Okay, we'll walk you through how to install lights on any Nishijin Model A Pachinko machine. This is kind of the factory setting for the machines. It has two light bulbs, one here, and it has two switches, one here and then another one here. Those switches, this switch turns on this light bulb when you're low on balls in this top tray. This switch turns on this light bulb and it flashes briefly when you get a jackpot. We usually sell our light kits with only one switch. Since there was only one light that would just briefly flash when you get a jackpot, we'd recommend just wiring both lights to that one switch and they would both flash. But if you would like it to be factory original, you could order an extra switch and then have one light bulb for each. Okay, quick overview on how to do this. You can take the 9-volt adapter and you're going to take the black wire coming out of it and you're going to wire it to the bottom of this light bulb, and you'll take a wire going to that same spot on the bottom of this light bulb and take the black wire and go to the other light bulb in the top corner. So that gets your negative, your ground, to both bulbs. Now we need to take the positive coming out of the adapter, and what we're going to do is we're going to take it over to this switch, and we're going to take it to what's called the common post on that switch. We're also going to take a red wire and tap into that same common post and go out of that common post up to the other switch, just out of view, to its common post. So we'll go positive red to common, and so that'll get your power to both switches. Then for this switch here, you want to hook it up. There's two posts on the back of the switch. You want to hook a red wire to the post. It's got a really small letters that in white against the white plastic. It says NO for normally open. So we're going to put a wire there and take that wire coming out of normally open and go over to the side of this bulb. And so that way, when this switch is activated, when it's closed, it'll allow power to go through that switch and flash that light bulb. Here is the other switch. You can see it's mounted backwards so that the black is facing out instead of the white. So we had the red going into the common, which is on top, and then we also have red coming out of the NC, normally closed post on the back of the switch, and that red wire goes across and over to the side of that light bulb. So let's see. Let me zoom in. So you have to mount this switch so that the arm of the switch rests here, and when balls are loaded in the machine, you see that yellow wire lifted up that arm and it closed the switch. So it's normally closed, that means no power is going to the light bulb. And as soon as we run low on balls, that switch drops down, opens up, and that light will come on and stay on. Here is a view of your jackpot switch. This red part here, that's the normal position. So in the normal position, you can see that this leaf of the switch is just hanging straight down and it's open. As you get a jackpot, that wire on top of the red part pushes the leaf of the switch and closes it so that the light will flash. So here's the normal operation of a jackpot. A ball goes in, it closes, it reopens. So that's what causes the flashing of your jackpot light. So here we can see the writing on the switches. The top one says COM, that's your common. Then up here we have normally open, and then this other switch, it has NC for normally closed. Now here is the light bulbs that we use. This is just kind of the square with a hole is kind of like a mounting base if you wanted to screw it into something. We don't really use that. But you have these two copper pieces here. One's shorter than the other one. This is the one that we call bottom, and we usually go black wire to bottom, and then this other one a little bit further down is on the side, and that's when the red wire goes to. Now, if you purchased one of our transformer kits, the transformer has a bundle of wire on it, and at the end of the wire there'll be a plug, a round plug like you're going to stick into some piece of equipment. Just cut that plug off, then separate the two wires, and then you will attach those two wires to the red and white of one of these 9-volt battery clips. This is if you're going to, this is actually if you're going to, this is all wrong. So if you bought one of our transformers and you want to hook up the transformer to the machine instead of the 9-volt battery option, what you do is you take the transformer, there'll be a round plug on the end of the wire, which you'll cut that round plug off and then separate the two wires, and then it doesn't matter which one, you could pick the wire that has the white stripe on it and make that your red wire, and take the other one and make it your black wire, and then you would treat that as if they were the wires coming out of like this 9-volt as we discussed earlier, the 9-volt adapter.